Plaintiff Jeffrey Carr says the defendant is a known troublemaker, and he's been arrested several times. Jeffrey claims he was hanging out at the defendant's ex-girlfriend's house one day, and the defendant shot at his car. Jeffrey says the defendant was ordered to pay restitution for the damages, but has yet to do so. Defendant Chad Thompson admits that he used to be involved in a lot of gang activity, but insists after a recent stint in jail, he decided to turn his life around. However, Chad says he only shot at the car because Jeffrey was trying to date his girlfriend.
Tell me.
I met Chad in 2007. We weren't friends at the time, but I knew of him. He was known to be a troublemaker. He was arrested several times that I know of for retail theft was the one I know of because that's the one he told me about. And in July 5th of 2007, I was at his ex-girlfriend's house, and he was across the street with his girlfriend at the time. And I was hanging out with her sister. He didn't like me. All of a sudden, we hear metal-to-metal sounds coming from the street. When I left that night, I made it a point to go around and look around my car. And I looked and I saw 2 bullet holes in the side of my car. So I called the police.
Go ahead, continue.
The police came over and determined it was an airsoft gun. So the next day, the cop went to Chad's house, asked him if he knew what happened or where the other kids lived. Chad lied and told him he didn't know where the other kids lived. Several weeks later, the cop found out that Chad lied and the kids were in the same trailer park that he lived in, and that they all said that he shot my car with the airsoft gun.
Sir?
That's true. And what happened that day was I was there and I heard something that he was trying to feel up on my girlfriend at the time, so I got upset about it. And
now, you were at his girlfriend's house?
I hang out with his sister and her boyfriend, and we were over at that house at the time.
All right. Go ahead.
And what happened was, I thought that he was trying to get with my girl, and I told somebody to go get him, and I wanted to fight him, and I couldn't fight him, so I seen the next best thing was his car, so I seen one of my friends had a BB gun, and I just grabbed their BB gun and ended up shooting his car.
All right. So are you fighting today's lawsuit? Or?
I don't believe that I owe the full $806 exactly. In my information here is
Let me see what he has.
It says that I owe all the money for the damage, and it just seems a little too much for me for 2 little holes into a door.
I think it costs too much. Well, did you get a separate estimate? Because what you're giving me says the amount he's suing for, sir.
Yeah, I know that. I tried to get into a place, and I have.
Where did you get this from?
I've got that from the police statement, which is where he went to.
All right. He says you've always been a troublemaker. Is that true?
Yeah.
Why? Just be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I've changed my way, but when I was younger, I grew up around a bad neighborhood. Not so much a bad. I was involved in a lot of gang activity. I've experienced a lot of.
Where? What city?
In downtown in Chicago, not like in the city, but when I in like towns.
In Chicago, you say?
I used to visit down here, but in Kenosha, where I stay, there's still a lot of bad activity where I used to hang out. I kind of just roamed the streets by myself when I was younger. I just let the streets.
Did you have a dad in the household?
Huh?
Did you have a dad in your household?
Not in the picture. He was there, not in the picture. Though.
He lived there?
Yeah, but he was rarely ever home. Mm-hmm. And then out of prison.
What's your status now?
My status now is I'm trying to make my life a lot better. I recently was, I just came out of jail recently, and I'm trying to get my life back together.
How recent?
This past March. I just did 3 months in jail.
All right. And what are you going to be doing to get your life together?
I've been working on my GED because I was expelled in the past from the gang activity when I was in school. I got jumped a lot, so I just. When they came up to me and they searched me because they said I made a threat to them, and they searched me for a weapon. They expelled me because I had marijuana on me, and after that I had a lot of time to try to get my life together. So it didn't really work out all the time because I kept pulling back to this old pattern, and I tried to fix it, and I ended up when I was 17 I caught a battery charge, and that's what I violated my probation. I was in jail for 3 months.
Now let me ask you, what have you done to look into getting your GED? Have you started any courses? Have you looked into it?
Yes, I've
What?
been into school and I've been trying to get a job. It's just been really hard.
So
with the
you're
economy.
studying for and you're taking classes for your GED.
Yes.
All right, that's a good start. And yeah, it is tough getting a job out here these days.
Yeah.
And that's why you're doing what most people who are unemployed should be doing now, and that is building their skills so that when the economy does recover, they'll be ready and they'll have a heads up on the competition. This is the time to beef up your training so that when the jobs do become available, you'll be at the head of the line. So do that. Focus on that. If this your mom,
Yes, it's my
you gonna let him stay, and as long as he's getting his life together, come on, stand up. You want to say something?
Definitely. Yes.
State your name.
My name is Jody Thompson.
What do you want to say? And
I am very proud of Chad for being able to step up and take responsibility for his actions. He always has, even though he's come from a pretty rough background. He's succeeding. I mean, he's doing great so far. Even the little bit of time since he has been in jail, he's doing great.
I agree.
Hope it continues.
I agree. Sounds like you're on the path. And just keep in mind, success isn't going to come quick or easy. You'll be a success when you pass the GED class. You'll be a success again when you enroll in a job training, community college, or university. You'll be a success that first semester when you pass it. You'll be a success when you finish your first year. You'll be a success. Take the success in increments because you'll feel better about yourself every increment. Don't look so much at a big picture and say, well, until I become whatever it is you aspire to, until I become an actual journeyman electrician, I'm not gonna feel successful.
Yeah.
No, you should feel successful every step of the way. That way you continue, because if every 3, 6 months or a year you achieve one goal or another, then that's how often you'll feel successful. And if you feel successful all the time, there's no room for giving up. Because people who are successful, who feel successful, they never give up. So find increments of success so that you don't have any relapse back into the street world. All right?
Okay.
That's what the judge did. I found little increments from the GED to getting in college. That was a big deal. To finishing the first year in college, big deal to me. Next time I wanted to be a campus leader. I became president of the College Democrats my second year in college. Then when I finished college, of course, that was a big success. Then when I got my first internship out of college, it was a big success to me. Then the job, it was a big success. Then in law school, so every single measure, I just felt like, whoa, I just have all this success. And that's how you'll feel if you keep going. All right, what you into?
Actually, I'm working at Pick and Save right now.
Okay.
And I'm about to be the third shift manager there. But yeah, and my manager said in a year I'm doing that, then I could probably move up to be like a co-manager, store director.
Good.
Like that.
All right, you're on the path of success and you're experiencing some incremental success, right?
Right.
Good enough. And the restitution, you refer to it as that. Obviously, the court must have ordered him to pay it.
Yes.
All right. Is that true? The court ordered you to pay this?
Yes.
But you admit that it happened, and I'm glad to hear you're admitting it. 807 for the plaintiff. Have a good day, gentlemen.